Chairman, the letters asking us to support the submission of this to FID, but I think it would have been proper if the support was sought before it was submitted. It has already been submitted to FID, so why ask for support at this stage? Secondly, I don't believe it is within the remit of the Integrity Commission to submit such report to any other body except Parliament.
It has been a position of this committee, and I haven't seen any instance where we have not accepted recommendations from the Integrity Commission. And all that the motion is seeking to do today is to formalize what has been our position from day one. That is, where the Commission recommends to us, where they rule on matters, it passes through this committee. We observe and we move on.
It would seem to me that this is a procedural matter, and I think that the members are obliged to respond. You made a point that it is not customary for us to reject. So the need for a motion to enable us to do what is customary seems a little curious at this time. But be it as it may, members have a right to put forward a position.
My viewers and my subscribers, I want to ask a question. When una go stand up on a foot and make sure say this country run good? Because when you look, Andrew create an oversight committee over the Integrity Commission, and now these Nikompu, these corruption are going to vote against the FID investigate Andrew Holiness statutory declaration. These corruption, these criminals are going to vote against the FID investigate Andrew Holiness wealth. Tell me say they not have something to hide, people. Just tell me say them not have something to hide. If you not have nothing to hide, why are you voting against the FID investigate Andrew Holiness wealth? Why? These people are all criminals, and Jamaica don't need to stand up on a foot and get rid of them once and for all. You don't need to stand up on a foot and get rid of them once and for all. I'm hope say every single person I look out at them yai. Me hope say everybody I look out at them yai and see the level of corruption we are going. People, if you don't like the video yet, like up the video. If you don't like the video yet, leave a like on this video. Type resign in the comment section. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. And this is why you see the report them always not table in a parliament. Because this corruption prime minister, this evil criminal prime minister, make an oversight committee for over the Integrity Commission. A good thing said this time the Integrity Commission never send the report to the Oversight Committee because them always turn back the report them. And all of them were they on the Oversight Committee. A criminal, the whole of them. All of them, Pernell Charles Jr., all of them, all of the labor right them are on the Oversight Committee. A criminal them. That's why Andrew Holiness put them over there to watch him back. Damn thief them. And people need to stand up. Andrew Holiness must stop get away with these things. But bless up to my viewers and my subscribers. May hope everybody having a blessed and a wonderful day. Now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, in everything you do, always put God first. In every and any situation, just always remember to call upon God. Always remember to pray. Because a prayer day keep the devil away. Now my viewers and my subscribers, we are going to run the intro and come back. So don't move a muscle. Alright? remember to like up the video. We soon forward. So welcome back to my viewers and my subscribers them. Big up to all of my viewers, big up to all of my subscribers them. We continually support the channel and I help the channel to grow. Now, remember to leave a like on this video. Remember to give this video a thumbs up. Also, if you're a new viewers, first time on my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and turn on the post notification bell so whenever we drop new content, you will be first to be notified. Share the content with a friend, a family, a loved one. Share it on your social media platform. So now my viewers and my subscribers, remember, we are on our way to a 100k subscriber. So if you're not subscribed yet, now is the time for you to subscribe. All right? Be a part of the family. Be a part of the community. All right, people? Now, people, I have to start with this. The government of Jamaica, the Prime Minister, is a criminal. I'm not stop saying that. The government of Jamaica, that kin teeth man what they call and Holiness, is a criminal. I'm upset. I'm upset over the fact that they might try to block the FID from investigate and Holiness wealth. If you not into corruption, if you are innocent, why are you blocking the FID from investigate your wealth? If you are not a corruption, if you get your wealth and you make your wealth hard working, right? Sweat and tears. Why are you afraid of the FID? What you afraid of? Then people, if Uno can look on the man and say the man no want the FID to investigate his wealth, something not have wrong. Something not have wrong. If you tell me say, me have a text message on my phone, and I say me not have a text message on my phone, you know, I say, all right, open the phone and make me see. And me no want open the phone. That means say me have a text message in there for true. Not true. If you say me have money hiding in my house, and I say me not have money hiding in my house, and you say, all right, prove it. What me your house and me go in there go look. And me can't open it. That means say me have in there now. Me have something hide. So if Holiness na have nothing to hide, and the labor around them that have nothing to hide, why them don't allow the FID to investigate this criminal here? Why them don't allow the FID to investigate the criminal Prime Minister? This is unacceptable. And a full time now, Jamaica people start putting their foot on the ground. Full time now, this man stop getting away with these things. Him need to resign. Him need to resign. A criminal should resign right now.
I wonder, Chairman, if we ought not to be calling the IC before us to discuss the matter, to really investigate and determine, is this a matter of malicious prosecution, where clearly you see the inclusion of things intended to harm the declarant rather than to seek justice. These are matters that we have to explore, because it is highly inappropriate, in my view, for an investigation to be completed and for there to now be an effort to redetermine the matter. Section 7 of the Integrity Commission Act speaks directly to cooperation between other bodies and agreement and arrangements, and it allows the Commission in the performance of its functions to cooperate with any person or body that it may deem appropriate, including those bodies that it is now seeking to redetermine this matter, that it itself has concluded. It's either that the IC is turning against itself, or that you have a situation here that is exposing itself as being a matter of corruption. And I must tell you, I am very concerned, because as a nation, if we intend to address corruption, Mr. Chairman, we must ensure that those with the primary responsibility are not including any contaminated or corrupt operation in that effort. And I speak very seriously on it, boldly. This is laden with procedural irregularities. And I hear Member Paulwell saying that it has never been done. That is a weak argument in relation to addressing this matter that relates to our Prime Minister, who has been subjected to the most extensive and the most expensive investigation. And we must be very clear in ensuring that as a matter of law and principle, what is done here must be done with fairness at the forefront. Chairman, before us today is the ruling on the one matter that the Director of Investigation advanced to the Director of Corruption Prosecution. And I read, the Commission's Director of Corruption Prosecution has, pursuant to the provisions of the Integrity Commission Act, inclusive of the aforementioned sections 54.3b and 54.4 of the Act, and sections 34.1a and 34.1b thereof, reviewed the subject investigation report and has ruled that, open quotation, upon careful consideration, it was determined that no charges are to be laid, close quotation. Why is it that in the motion that has been advanced, you hear no reference to what the Director of Corruption Prosecution has determined further to an examination of what has been placed before her? The other matters that are discussed in the report were not even sufficient to be advanced to the Director of Corruption Prosecution for a determination. But now we want to tell Jamaica that we must drag a declarant, regardless of who the declarant is, through a whole new redetermination because you have failed before you completed your investigation to do your job. And I tell you, Mr. Chairman, what happens to one can happen to another. There are matters that have come before the Integrity Commission and the then Contractor General that I will raise at another place to remind members and to remind those that are making much ado of this and trying to extend it to a place where it ought not to go, of what occurred when they were the ones on trial. So, Mr. Chairman, I think that as a matter of procedure, and when you examine the process, we have no choice but to ensure that before this goes any further or anywhere else, that some questions are answered as it relates to the process, the procedure, and what I see as an unfortunate effort to extend this in an inappropriate way. There are legal principles that have to be looked on from the matter of what we call functus officio, Mr. Chairman, which is a doctrine that dictates that once you have fully exercised your authority, you don't get the opportunity to redetermine those issues. And what we have here is a clear example of an effort to extend the Integrity Commission's authority where it ought not to go. The question is why? Why? And who is supporting this? And why is it being so supported? There are other issues which I won't raise here, and I hope that the declarant, in listening, will look on the issues of mandamus and other things to determine whether or not the Integrity Commission ought not to be compelled to certify, having come down with a ruling.
This shined man what they call him Pernell Charles Jr. Pernell Charles Jr. Remember, say it is alleged, you know. Say you and your sister capture all of the land, them, you know, at St. Thomas for just $1,000, you know. $1,000. So all you should under investigation for fraud too, you know. All of you know, when the Jamaican Lion Party supposed to under investigation for fraud. Uno are all fraudster. Uno are fraud. I don't need to go on an investigation. Uno is a load of mess in other country. What kind of example Uno set for the younger generation? One I tell the younger generation say, it is okay for chop. And that I tell them say, it is okay for chop. And if the regular youth out there using phone and saying the chop, everybody run him down. The other day, when Dennis Meadows make the talk about chopping, everybody depend in case if he resign. So how comes me not see people are go to go protest and tell Andrew Holiness and in thieving members them say if he resign? How comes me not see people are go out there and tell Andrew Holiness and in thieving members them say if he resign? The criminal them. This is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. People still there to suffer. People still there to suffer. And if Andrew Holiness and his friend them can get away with this, what else they not going to get away with? What else are they not going to get away with? And you see everybody who is on the oversight committee? You see every single one who is on the oversight committee? Remember me telling you, man, there is a God. There is a God. And all of you know, we feel like you can't hide from man. Just remember one thing. You can't hide from God. You hear that? None of you can't hide from God. You is a wicked set of people. You rob the poor and enrich yourself. You rob the poor and enrich yourself. And the king-teeth prime minister, yeah, we call himself broad devil. Remember me tell you, say, there is a God. There is a God up above. Just remember that. People state a thought on that down below in the comment section. I'll leave a like.
Stable revenues, we don't have to tax you. But with stable revenues and a long-term projected investment path, business people can feel confident in the investments they make. So more people will come and make their investments. So that's the stability part and why stability is so important. Just as an aside, one of the reasons why we just couldn't get our economy up and running is because as a small open economy located where we are in the Caribbean, if there is any sneeze in the world, we catch a cold. Think about it. Every year, there is some tropical storm, flood, rain, something that happens which we couldn't budget for. It destroys a road, destroys a bridge here, destroys a community. Worse if you have a hurricane. Think about it. If oil prices go up, what happened to Jamaica? Our balance of payments gone through the roof. And what we're going to have to do in the short term, if we have to spend more than our revenues, we have to go borrow. And that has been a cycle for Jamaica. Jamaica has been always impacted by what we call external shocks. The only way for an economy, or a country rather, to deal with these external shocks and crises that are always happening and not collapse is if you have a strong and resilient economy. So we have got the economy, as I said, to this rudimentary state where it is strong. The next step, we have put resilience in the economy. And how do we build in that resilience? We create what is called fiscal buffers. We now earn enough that we put some money in our disaster fund. We have insurance and we have risk transfer. So you notice we had burial. Quick, from our own resources. We didn't have to borrow a cent. Just look at it. We weren't out there saying what Minister Johnson Smith don't like when I say that part of it. But, we were able to stand on our own 2 feet. Immediately we were able to recover. And that's the benefit of having a strong and resilient economy. So the next step now is grow that economy. We're not pivoting, we're not stepping away from fiscal discipline and fiscal prudence. What we're thinking about now is growth. And growth policies are slightly different, but complementary to macroeconomic and fiscal management.
This man go America, right? Town hall meeting. And all come out of him mouth is bare feces. Pure feces come out of his mouth because nothing truthful this man attack. A pure lie, the man go America go talk. The man lie till lie can't tap. And Holiness, you figure say you get too much $1 billion. You figure say you get too much $1 billion for hand over to people that were affected by hurricane and you keep all light for yourself and give them 2 camps. You forgot. You did about Jamaica stand pan in 2 foot. Jamaica no stand pan in 2 foot. I get to no get money. I get to no get money from all about over the world. Jamaica never stand pan in 2 foot. You no get money. People send money, especially people from the diaspora. Them send money for help out the people of Jamaica. And you and your criminal friend them hold on pan the whole of the money. You and your criminal friend them hold on pan all of the money. And then you talk about Jamaica stand pan in 2 foot. And you want if you destroy the country. They destroy the country. And you need to resign. You need to resign. And people, listen. You need to stand up on 2 foot them. I'm hope say you labor wrong. I see every single thing because nothing no wrong in a phone eyes, you know. Nothing where this evil prime minister do no wrong in a phone eyes. So let me tell you something again. You need to wake up. Wake up from sleep. Wake up from your dreams. Because this man is destroying our country. This man is sending us back to poverty instead of prosperity. This man where you see on your screen as killing teeth them. The king teeth prime minister here. A devil himself. Uno labor right. Uno need to wake up. Time come. For uno wake. Stop. Make this man here use uno. Imagine this man, a billionaire, when he go into politics as a broke man. You have to show charity for keeping wedding. You have to show charity for keeping wedding. And now, he's a billionaire in a couple years' time. This criminal you see on your screen. Every criminal a criminal, whether you're white neck criminal, black neck criminal, politician criminal. You're a criminal. And you should be held accountable for your activities. And I say, Mr. Man, wake up yourself. Because if you think say God asleep, God not asleep. People, leave a like on this video and type resign in the comment section. The people them over the oversight committee. Remember me tell you one thing. On the days I come, because God not asleep. You hear me tell you no? Wicked.
Greetings from Action now, JA. Greetings to my followers. Greetings to the TikTok platform and Jamaicans all over the world. Big up on yourself. For those persons who look forward for my content and to have the discussion, you know, and share in the conversations that we're having, I am begging for you to repost my videos. Repost them as often as you can because there are daily attempts to shadow ban my page, and I strongly believe that there's some shadow banning currently on my page. You understand? Because you have persons don't want you to speak up for the people in this country. They want us to live in the chaos and the oppression and the suppression and the suffering. They don't want you to talk or criticize the Holiness-led administration, right, or the Mark Golding-led opposition. So they come and they try to do all sort of malicious things to sabotage you spreading, you know, conscious message. So I'm again begging all my audience, share my video, like, let's have the discussion. I'm not going to turn off my comments, right, because I believe in freedom of expression. So let us have the discussion. I might not say things you like, you might not say things I like, I might say things that you find
disrespectful. You may say things to me that I find disrespectful, but at the end of the day, let's unite and move forward, because unity is our greatest weapon. And until that time, we're going to have all of this madness that is happening in this country. You understand? Now, to get into the business now, the town hall meeting last evening, September 21st, 2024, there was a town hall meeting held in New York in which the Prime Minister and the Minister of Foreign Affairs was there. I think it was organized by the Ministry of Foreign Affairs and also the consulate in New York, right? But the event, it looked proper, was well put together, you understand, a nice formal, you know, clean event, right? Maybe a bit too formal or a bit too bougie for the Prime Minister, who in recent times character has been questioned for integrity and, you know, transparency and all of these things, right? But nonetheless, he was there and he gave his presentation, and I would advise everybody to go and watch the town hall meeting and hear what the Prime Minister said, right? And, you know, pick sense out of nonsense, applaud him where there needs to be applauding, and criticize where there needs to be criticism or critique. But I want to take away some things that he said. He spoke mainly about economic growth, making Jamaica a robust economy, right? And for the first time since emancipation, you see how far back him go? For the first time since emancipation, this country is growing economically, right? The first time since emancipation, 1838 or 1834, I forgot the date. From them time there, it's the first time under FEMA administration. Him love boss, you see? Love boss. Understand? And because the economy is growing, more jobs are being created. And for the first time since the longest while, and for the first time since emancipation, the unemployment rate is at its lowest. You understand? But Mr. Prime Minister forget to tell his audience that even though people are getting more jobs, the salary and the wage them get still don't make no sense when it compared to inflation. He never tell them that. And he has no plan to make people get livable wages to take care of themselves and their family. That was missing from the conversation, but it's another conversation for another time. Right? He was also conscious of the fact that this country suffers brain drain, and he even uttered that many Jamaicans in his audience, you know, flee because of lack of opportunity and so on and so forth. You understand the brain drain phenomena, right? That many people flee this country to live and to work in the United States of America, right? But he went on to a part of his presentation where he was talking about the substance of government, right? In which he talked on 4 points. The number one thing is increasing productivity, right? To make Jamaica economy grow, we have to increase our productivity. And by increasing our productivity, we need to improve our education. And to him, or in his mind, increasing education means that we need to become more equipped in science and technology. And that is why he is planning to build 2 major STEM schools in this country, right, to equip the youths with knowledge. But then, I would tell Andrew, send with some picnic from Jamaica, pay for them, go to China and other first world country to learn technology and to come back. The Burkina Faso president did it. I think he sent away 2,000 Burkina Faso children or teenagers to China to learn technology, to come back to help develop Burkina Faso. So that is something you can think about, because we have universities here and we're still lapsing in science and technology. So what these STEM schools are going to do, especially, what are they going to cater to? You understand? He talked about the public sector reformation, right? And that the bureaucracy doesn't carry growth. The bureaucracy that exists in our public sector, it doesn't carry growth. You understand? And bureaucracy by definition means an excessively complicated administrative procedure. That is what bureaucracy means by definition. So I must say the public sector, there's too much complexity in it. And that hinders growth and productivity from the public sector, right? And so, to eliminate that, he's going to introduce what you call the ease of doing business. And when he mean ease of doing business, he's talking about the digital Jamaica. He wants, the needs and the fiber internet were installed over the country now. If you carry the needs system and, putting government businesses online and so on and so forth. Yeah, that him run off, But we are Andrew going to talk about that some other time. Because we're not in the digital thing where him talk about, because we know where him have a tendency to be a dictator and a tyrant. He cannot give a tyrant these kind of power. Right, but we'll get to that bridge and deal with it accordingly. He spoke about crime and violence, and that there's a commission set up to study, crime and violence, and how we can create a social construct to deal with crime and violence. Right? He talks about political violence. He talks about organized gang violence. He also made mention that his administration is the first in our political history to make such a huge investment in the JCF. But yet still, them incompetent for deal with crime and violence. Yes, I don't know that I go. Investment are go on, but them still can't fight crime and violence. They can't deal with political corruption and all of these things. That make no sense. He spoke about healthcare, And when we talk about healthcare, we're going to talk about the massive, rehabilitation of the Cornwall Regional Hospital that was given to us by the Canadian government. Yeah. In which billions of dollars, over 22 billions of dollars has been spent already. Right? Because Andrew Holiness don't believe in improving the existing system. He believes in adding things to this system that is already under-resourced and understaffed. So instead of spending those billions of dollars to improve the many health institutions across the country, he wants to build one thing so that it's a legacy of the Andrew Holiness administration. The Spanish Town, a legacy of the Andrew Holiness administration. The UE Wing, a legacy of the Andrew Holiness administration. That him a work pan. Busy about me and you. Right? Yeah, so those are some of the things he talk about, substance of government. But him not talk about nothing about how to prevent corruption, because an economy cannot grow where there's corruption. The stealing of taxpaying dollars has been happening. You see me I say? The economy can't grow. So all of them things sound good and well. But mind you, the economy cannot grow if there is no preventative measures to reduce corruption in our political system, our governmental system, our parliamentary system. But again, I would implore all of you to go take in the function, go watch it, and let's have a discussion about it. But that's it for now. Big up yourself. I think I'll come back with a part 2, but big up on yourself for now. Let's talk.